My favourite story is the story of Joseph, a young lad for whom everything went wrong, but then God turned the bad around for good and used Joseph to save many lives. Now, Joseph's story starts when he lived in Canaan with his large family when he was a lad of about 17. He was the favourite son of his father Jacob. Jacob bought him a beautiful multicoloured coat, stunning, expensive. No one else had one like it. Joseph also had some amazing dreams. In one of the dreams, there was a sun and a moon and 11 stars, and they all bowed down to Joseph. Joseph has 11 brothers, by the way. So when he told the dream to the family, they weren't that impressed. They're like, "What do you think? We're going to be bowing down to you or something?" Now, Joseph's 10 older brothers, their job was to take the sheep away to green pastures, sometimes quite far from home. So Joseph's job was to take food and provisions to them from their father and messages. One day when Joseph went out to them, the brothers were really particularly upset with him. The hatred had stirred up in their heart, and the jealousy. They were so tired of his boasting, and they just wanted to kill him. And just at that moment, some slave traders came by, and one of the brothers says, "Why don't we just sell him to the slave traders?" So that's what they did. And that's how Joseph ended up in Egypt, in a slave market, all alone, with nothing, no one. But the most important thing in life he had, for God was with him. Now Potiphar was a rich man in Egypt and bought Joseph as his slave. Potiphar's wife thought Joseph was quite handsome, and she went to kiss him one day. And Joseph said, "No, how can I do this thing against God and against your husband, who has trusted me with everything?" And she was so cross with him for putting her away, she had him thrown into prison. Now Pharaoh, the king and ruler of Egypt, had 2 servants that he got pretty cross with too, and had them thrown into prison. And Joseph met them one day and said, "Why are you looking so glum?" They said, "We've had these strange dreams." And they told Joseph their dreams. And God told Joseph what the dreams meant. Joseph explained to them, "In 3 days, one of you will go back to work for Pharaoh, and the other will not." And it happened exactly as God revealed to Joseph. Sometime later, Pharaoh himself had 2 dreams, and all the magicians and fortune tellers couldn't tell him what it meant. And one of his servants remembered about Joseph, whom he'd met in prison, and told Pharaoh. So Pharaoh called Joseph out of prison and said, "I am told that you know how to interpret dreams." Joseph said honestly, "Well, it's not me, but God reveals the meanings of the dreams to me." So Pharaoh told his dream. He said, "In my first dream, I saw 7 fat cows, and 7 thin ones came along and ate them up. And I woke up startled. Then I fell asleep again and had another dream. In the second dream, there were 7 sheaves of wheat, fat ones, and then 7 thin, dried up sheaves came and ate those up. What does it mean?" Joseph says, "God has revealed to me the meaning of your dream. God is trying to warn you of what he is about to do. There will be 7 plentiful years of harvest, where there is tons of food to spare, good weather, plenty of rain. Everyone will feast and be joyful. But then, following that, there will be 7 years of drought and famine. Nothing will grow. There will be starvation and hunger everywhere. God has revealed this to you so that you might choose a wise and discerning man, so that during the years of plenty he will store up the grain into barns, so that when the years of famine come, there will be food and people will not die of starvation. So Pharaoh thought, well, who is as wise and discerning as you? You have the Spirit of God. I will put you in charge, and only I will be higher than you. I give you my royal ring with a stamp of authority. And that is what happened. So the 7 years of plenty came, and Joseph stored away food for the future. Then the 7 years of famine came, and back in Canaan, Joseph's family was starving. So his brothers came to Egypt, for they heard that was the only place to buy grain. And they came before Joseph to buy grain, and they bowed down low before him. But they did not recognize it was their brother Joseph. But Joseph recognized them. But he did not know if he could trust them. So he set them a test. He took his golden cup and put it in the youngest brother's sack, the youngest brother Benjamin. And when it was discovered, the oldest brother came before Joseph crying, saying, "Please do not take Benjamin away. My father has already lost his younger son, and he was heartbroken. If he loses Benjamin too for this crime, which I don't know how it happened, but he will die of grief. Please do not take Benjamin. Take me instead." And so Joseph said to him, he couldn't hold his emotion in any longer. He said, "Do you not recognize me? I am Joseph, your brother, whom you sold into slavery all those years ago. Do not be alarmed and upset. Do not be angry with yourselves, for God has turned the evil thing that you did. He has turned it around for good. He sent me to Egypt ahead of you, that you might be saved from starvation. Go, bring our father, bring your families, come to Egypt, and I will look after you." And they fell into each other's arms and wept. So Joseph's parents and his 11 brothers and all their families came to Egypt, and they bowed down low before Joseph. Does that ring a bell? Yes, the dream came true. See, when we trust ourselves into God's hands, no matter what happens, God will take the bad things and he will turn them around for good. It reminds me of a scripture in the Bible that says, "Trust in the Lord with all of your heart and do not lean on your own understanding." And that's the end of the story.
shall I fear? You crush the enemy underneath my feet. You are my sword and shield, though troubles linger still. Whom shall I fear? I know who goes before me, I know who stands behind. The God of angel armies is always by my side. The one who reigns forever, he is a friend of mine. The God of angel armies is always by my side. My strength is in your name, for you alone can save. You will deliver me, yours is the victory. Whom shall I fear? Whom shall I fear? I know who goes before me, I know who stands behind. The God of angel armies is always by my side. The one who reigns forever, he is a friend of mine. The God of angel armies is always by my side. And nothing formed against me shall stand. Hold the whole world in your hands. I'm holding on to your promises. You are faithful, you are faithful. And nothing formed against me shall stand. You hold the whole world in your I'm holding on to your promises. You are faithful, you are faithful, you are faithful. I know who goes before me, I know who stands behind. The God of angel armies is always by my side. The one who reigns forever, he is a friend of mine. The God of angel armies is always by my side. I know who goes before me, I know who stands behind. The God of angel armies is always by my side. The one who reigns forever, he is a friend of mine. The God of angel armies is always by my side. The God of angel armies is always by my side.